Pinot Noir, clone 667. 10 years later, 1980. What changed in the sort of selection parameters for the clonal selection guys over those 10 years? As there was an increasing demand for higher quality wines, they were looking for smaller bunches, smaller berries to give more concentration of flavour, but also they were looking for more open bunches, and that's about disease tolerance. The open bunch lets the air through, helps to keep the botrytis pressure down. So perhaps Nick, if you want to tell us what you're seeing, is what I'm telling you actually bearing out in the fruit here?
Well, what I'm seeing here of 667 is we're getting slightly smaller bunches than we've seen in the previous clones, and reasonably loose. There's a bit of elasticity in there. In the field, I would tend to say that 667 is a little bit more productive than perhaps we're seeing here on own roots. So there's some important distinctions to make. In terms of the winemaking, it is quite a widely planted clone 667, and I think winemakers are generally enjoying it for its some really good properties, really good fruit flavours, really good tannin, and seems to set reasonable crops each year, although having said that, this year is the exception in many areas.
And from a customer demand perspective, initially Pinot Noir 777s seem to have greater demand, but I think it's fair to say, Nick, over the last 15 years, 667 is almost the preferred clone between those two of that second generation release from ENTAV. Would you agree with that?
I think the 777 has proven to be a lot more variable in the field than 667 in terms of when it's ripe and when it's good, we're getting really good wine and really good flavours, but that happens less often with 777 than it does with 667.
Okay, well let's go and have a look at ENTAV-INRA clone 777.